Hi, I'm Melody from Policy Buff Incorporated. This is the first in a series of videos about our Cyber Commander transmitter. The Cyber Commander can be used for wireless triggering and output adjustment of any Policy Buff light that we've made since 1987. It also has a built-in flash meter. In this video today, I'll be showing you how to connect the Cyber Commander to any of your Policy Buff lights using the appropriate receivers and transceivers. So let's get started. So the first light we'll be setting up today will be the Einstein. The Einstein requires the Cyber Sync transceiver, which is going to plug directly into the top of the unit here. And then once I've installed the transceiver, I'm going to use the function button. I'm going to toggle down to channel. I'm going to set the Einstein to channel 1. And I'm also going to set it to frequency 1. When using multiple flash units, you want to make sure that each light is set to the same frequency, but separate channels. That's all there is to setting up the Einstein with the Cyber Commander. And now we're going to set up our next light. So the second light that we'll be setting up today is the DigiBee. The DigiBee will use the same Cyber Sync transceiver, which is going to plug into the top of the unit here. And once I plug in the transceiver, I will use the frequency button and I will set the DigiBee to frequency 1. And I'm going to press the channel button and set the DigiBee to channel 2 because it does need to be set to a separate channel. Just like the Einstein, that's all there is to setting up the DigiBee. And now we're going to set up our third light. So the third light we'll be setting up today is an AlienBee. The AlienBees use the Cyber Sync Plus receivers. The Plus receivers have both a frequency and a channel dial on them. The frequency and the channel dials both have a dark notch, and that's going to indicate the frequency or the channel that you have selected. This is an AC powered receiver, which means it's got the power cord on it that's going to plug directly into the back of the AlienBee here. And then the power cord from the AlienBee is going to plug into the bottom of the receiver here. I need to make sure that all of the modeling lamp buttons on the back of the light are pressed in. And we're also going to make sure that the power slider on the unit is set to full. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to plug something into the sync jack on the back of the AlienBee. It can be a cord, it can be a dummy plug, just something that'll disable the optical slave eye. That way any other lights in your setup are not triggering your bee when you do not want it to go off. And the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to then plug in the RJ11 phone cord. That's going to plug into the remote jack on the back of the AlienBee. And the other end is going to plug into the remote jack that is on the Cyber Sync receiver. And now we're going to set our fourth and final light. So the last light we'll be setting up today is a white lightning flash unit. We're going to be setting that up with the Cyber Sync battery powered plus receiver. The battery powered plus receiver is compatible with both the white lightning and the AlienBees, as well as the Cyber Sync AC powered plus receiver. They are both interchangeable. This receiver has a frequency dial and a channel dial, and they have arrows on them that will point to the frequency or the channel that you have selected. This receiver we have set to frequency 1 and channel 4. So we're going to connect this to the white lightning. First though, we're going to plug something into the 1/4 inch sync jack on the back of the white lightning. That way we can disable our optical slave eye so the white lightning is not triggered by other light sources. Then we're going to make sure that both of our modeling lamp buttons and both of our power sliders are set to full. And lastly, we'll connect the battery powered plus receiver to the white lightning and to the remote jack on the back of the light. And then the other end is going to plug into the remote jack on our Cyber Sync battery powered plus receiver. And now the white lightning is ready to go. So now that we've set up all of our lights with the appropriate receivers and transceivers, I'm now going to walk you through the Cyber Commander setup. So we'll begin by turning on the Cyber Commander by pressing the left joystick like it's a button. Then you're going to take your right joystick and you're going to toggle it to the right 2 times, which takes you to the setup menu. Once we're on the setup menu, we'll use the right joystick and you're going to toggle down until the section titled frequency is highlighted. And we'll select that by pressing N on the right joystick. From this screen, we can set the Cyber Commander to the same frequency that we've already set our lights to, which in this case is frequency 1. So I'm just going to toggle down using my right joystick until I get to frequency 1. And now I can just take the right joystick and toggle to the right to go back out to the setup menu. So now we'll take the right joystick and we're going to toggle up to the section titled Open Memory. And we'll select that by pressing N on the right joystick. From this screen, I'm going to use the left joystick and I'm going to toggle either to the left or the right. It does not matter which direction. But I'm going to keep scrolling until it says Studio in the lower left-hand corner. And I'll select that by just pressing N on the right joystick. That'll send the commander out to find all of the lights that are on the same frequency as it is. Once it's located all the lights, it will say Finished Opening. And as you can see, I have 4 white dashes at the bottom of the graph. I also have 2 vertical bars which indicate my Einstein and my DigiBee. Due to the advanced technology of the CyberSync transceiver, the Cyber Commander is able to immediately recognize the Einstein and the DigiBee, but I will need to go in and define channels 3 and 4. So to do that, I'm going to take the right joystick and I'm going to toggle it to the right to go back out to the setup menu. And now I'm just going to toggle down to the section titled Spec Lights. And I'll select that by pressing N on the right joystick like a button. From this screen, I'll take my left joystick and I'm going to toggle it to the right so I can go to channel 3. The light I have on channel 3 is an AlienBee B1600. So I'm going to use my right joystick and I'm going to toggle up until AlienBees is highlighted red. And I'll select that by just pressing N on that right joystick like a button. Since the light that I have is a AlienBee B1600, I'm now going to take my right joystick and I'm just going to toggle down to AB1600 and I'll select that by just pressing N on my right joystick like a button. My B1600 has a 150 watt modeling lamp, which I'll select by just pressing N on my right joystick here. And now you can see that I have a vertical bar indicating that the Cyber Commander recognizes that there is a B1600 on that channel. And now I'm going to do the same thing for my for channel 4, which is my White Lightning X800. We'll take that right joystick, we're going to toggle up to White Lightning. I'll press in on the right joystick like a button to select that. The light that I'm using is the White Lightning X800, so I'll go ahead and select that by just pressing N on that right joystick. And White Lightning units have a 250 watt modeling lamp, which I'll now select once again by pressing N on that right joystick. So now I have 4 vertical bars indicating that the Cyber Commander now recognizes that I am using 4 separate flash units. And I can now toggle out of this menu by using my right joystick and toggling to the right. And now the next thing we'll do is we'll take the right joystick and we're going to toggle up to the section titled Light Settings. We'll just select that by just pressing N on the right joystick like it's a button. From this screen, I can use my left joystick and I'm going to toggle to the channel that my Einstein is on, which is channel 1. We'll use the right joystick to toggle between the different parameters, toggling up or down. We're going to start with bottle mode. To toggle between the different parameters, we'll use the left joystick and we can toggle it up or down. That allows us to toggle between the different model modes that the Einstein offers. For this video, we're just going to set it to track. Now we'll take the right joystick and we toggle down to go to power, which we can toggle between on and standby. For this video, of course, we're going to have that Einstein set to on. Now we'll toggle down 1 to go to recycle indicator. We can toggle between 4 different options there by toggling up or down on the left joystick. We'll set it to both just for this video. We'll toggle down once more for a slave cell, which of course we want set to off. And we'll toggle down once more to go to color mode. For this video, we'll just leave the Einstein at constant color. Now we're going to take the left joystick and we're going to toggle to the right to go to channel 2, which is our DigiBee flash unit. I'm going to take the right joystick and I'm going to go ahead and toggle up to the top here so we can go back to model mode. And once again, I've got 4 different options that I can toggle between. We're just going to go ahead and set that DigiBee to track so that it matches the Einstein. Now we're going to take the right joystick and we'll toggle down 1 to go to power, which of course we're going to leave it on. We'll toggle down once more to go to recycle indicator. And once again, the DigiBee offers 4 different options. We're just going to select both. Our slave cell, we're going to turn that off. That way the DigiBee is not triggered from another light source in the area. Color mode, we actually do not have to set on the DigiBee. That's a feature that is only available with the Einstein flash unit. So we're just going to go ahead and use that left joystick to toggle to channel 3, which is our AlienBees B1600 flash unit. Using the right joystick, we're going to toggle back up to model mode. And once again with the AlienBee, we can toggle between 4 different modeling lamp options. We're just going to set it to track, that way everything's set the same. I'll toggle down once to go to power, which of course we're going to leave at on. On the AlienBee, recycle indicator, slave cell, and color mode are not features that we have to set from the Cyber Commander. On the AlienBee, your recycle indicator and slave cell are actually set directly from the back panel of the unit. And now we're going to use the left joystick. We're just going to toggle to the right so we can go to channel 4, which is the X800 flash unit. We'll take that right joystick, we're going to toggle up to model mode. And with the white lightning, I once again have 4 modeling lamp modes that I can select from. I'm just going to go ahead and set it to track like my other lights. I'm going to toggle down 1 to go to power, which is already set to on. And on the white lightnings, the recycle indicator and slave cell is set from the back control panel of the unit, just like with the AlienBees. So that's not something that we have to worry about here. And now we'll take our right joystick and we'll toggle to the right to go back out to our setup menu. And now we'll take the right joystick. We're just going to toggle up this section titled Save As, because now we can go ahead and save this setup that we've just created. We'll select that by just pressing N on the right joystick. The Cyber Commander has 2 internal memories here, titled Internal 1 and Internal 2. It also comes with a micro SD card that allows you to save up to 50 additional setups. We're just going to go ahead and save this setup on internal memory 1. I can use that left joystick to toggle between the different options here. And then I'm going to use the right joystick and I'm just going to press N like it's a button. Now it says Save Complete, which means the Commander has now saved this setup to internal memory 1. I can now just take my right joystick and I'm going to toggle back out to that setup menu. And now we'll take the right joystick and we'll toggle to the right to go to the flash screen. And if everything's been set up properly, you'll have a vertical bar for each light that's been set up with the Cyber Commander, as well as a white dash at the bottom of the graph that corresponds with each channel that's been set up. And using the left joystick, I can toggle between the different channels here. And on the right hand side above refresh, you can see the name of the light that has been set up on the channel. So channel 1 is an Einstein. Channel 2 is the DigiBee 800. Channel 3 is the B1600. And channel 4 is the X800. And now you're ready for your shoot. Thanks so much for watching the first video in our Cyber Commander series. Our next video will cover the basics of the Cyber Commander controls. But of course, you're absolutely welcome to give us a call with any questions. We're at 1-800-443-5542. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. You can also shoot us an email at info@paulcbuff.com. Bye.